G'day scrappers, I'm here doing a school pickup, so let's look and see what we get for today. I'll probably leave this tub in here until I work out what I'm actually picking up and see if I need any bits and pieces. Okay, I'm on time, 2:30 pickup, so let's go do this. Okay, wow, a lot of monitors. I might start off with some of these printers. A lot of laptops. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy load. Bit of a walk. I should have enough time. Obviously want to get as much heavy stuff in the front as possible. And the laptops are going to be quite heavy. I think there's over 100 laptops. HPs and Aces. And printers. Oh well, at least they're laser printers. I'll need a tub for monitors. Okay, it's a start. I reckon about 12 trips. different size monitors.
Now that you know that you did that, you can acknowledge to Ollie. Yeah, apology is like a genuine apology. Yeah, we acknowledge what we did. Yeah.
Okay, alright, some. Alright, IMAX. Surprised that there's still IMAX around. I reckon still a lot of schools with them. And if you're wondering why I'm puffing so quickly, it always happens when I do a pickup. I think it's the adrenaline and just the nerves of, especially when it's a new place. And I'm trying to do the job without making much noise or making it look straightforward as possible. Yeah, this tub unfortunately is a little bit too big for this trolley. Feel a bit better now. The nerves are gone. Okay. Some of these cables, and always bring back the tubs. Okay, it's at load 3. So once I start getting clumsy with that last trip, you know, everything was sort of tipping out. It just makes me nervous, and I don't want to appear to be so hopeless. Because, you know, obviously jobs like this are important to keep getting. This is basically the bread and butter, you know. This is, without jobs like this, it would be hard to even think about making a living. So these are all power supplies for a lot of the laptops, Asus, HP. So that's really good. obviously, being a school, they would like for a lot of this stuff to be reused, repurposed, you know, to put to good use if it's possible. Obviously these monitors are finished now. No one wants these small monitors, so they got to go for recycling. But there's a lot of other stuff that we can repurpose. Now, all right. I think I'll get rid of my tub now. That's not a very good one. I'll just fill it up with power supplies. Yeah, and as I was saying, always bring back plastic tubs unless they specifically say we don't want the tubs. Depends what's inside. And depends on the tub itself. But obviously schools, they can use this sort of stuff. Coming through? Come. Oh, a lot of laptops. Gonna have to go through and sort them out. Some look pretty modern. Nice. Hey, Apple. Okay. Always try and get a monitor up top. Laptops everywhere. And the Cisco routers. That's a nice Apple thing. A job like this certainly need a second person. because I try to take everything away as quick as possible, so I'm not standing out. You know. Okay. Again, we don't want to take the tub. You know, worst case scenario is they really needed it and you've got to come back and drop it off. So unless they tell me, I always give them back, especially if they're in good condition. Okay. More laptops. Oh, definitely over 100. It'd be interesting to know how much this all weighs up. Okay. Whew, now I am getting tired.
Have you ever seen so many old computers? On you go. Oh my goodness.
Alright, quickly.
Okay. Might be able to get away with one monitor. Okay. Whew. This one's a bit dodgy. Well, I haven't gotten those Cisco AirNet things before. I'm used to the cast aluminium ones. I've got a few of them too, but these ones are plastic. So certainly not as good scrap value, no doubt, but be interesting to see what kind of circuit board is inside. Okay. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, they are cast aluminium. Air lap. These are nice. Might have to look these up because they're a lot newer than the big ones there. Now this tub is broken, so I don't think they want that. More laptops. Pretty big job, hey guys? for a school. Mind you, this is a primary school. It's not a high school. But apparently, there's over 800 students at this one primary school. Which is pretty amazing, 800 students. That's a lot of logistics. Students, teachers, administration. Tinkering. Okay. See if I can take a bigger iMac. Okay. Perfect. Whew. There's some music equipment to take as well. Keyboards, amplifiers, speakers. Oh well. I'll have to try and see if I can repurpose the keyboards, because they're pretty much just plastic, and so ideally if we can repurpose them we'll be much better off. Boxes. I just load it in. When I start driving, it'll just fall wherever it wants to fall. And that'll be okay. So this is a good tub. So I want to give this one back. Keyboards. Oh, some RAM. Oh, that's handy. Some good Apple keyboards. Always get keyboards. I noticed there's bits and pieces of RAM all over the place. Oh, some Apple mice. That's good. Okay, time to remove my jacket because it's getting way too hot. more Cisco. I just keep it flat so I can stack onto it. Be a lot easier if I could. Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, cool. Wait, what do you use this for? Alright, let's go, girls.
Okay, another wobbly one. It's not that big. I don't know, what is this? Trip 5 or 6? Feels like 6. But it's good to get these iMacs. I like the iMacs. If they stay in good condition, I can certainly repurpose them. Switches. We like switches. Neck gear. Just have a breather. I think we've got a lot of monitors to bring in now. A lot of monitors buried. A lot of monitors. I don't know if they're going to go on me or what. I know, that should be right.
Excuse me everybody for this interruption. This announcement is just to let everybody know that we have no internet. Our internet is currently down. We have alerted the department. Unfortunately, there is not much we can do right now, so please bear with us. The other announcement is to let our students know that aftercare today is on in the senior school art room.
See, monitors, always clumsy. Okay, getting there. This is going to take half a day to unload. Okay. Well, that's it for that room. Now I just got the keyboards and speakers and amps in the other room. Throw everything in the back. So I'm not sure what's next. Keyboards. Better still put them at the back. Okay. End of school time, so I'm just going to have a rest here for 5 minutes and let the kids all leave the site. More to go. that for an amp? A mixer. That's the heaviest mixer I've ever had. Certainly repurposed that one. There's a nice amp. Roland. Wow. What model is it? Cube 20GX. Wow. Take care of that one. Marshall. Ah, some good brand amps there. Ah, I think it's one more trip. I think that's it. Wow. Now that was a pickup and a half from just a little primary school. The teacher that I was dealing with was in a meeting, so I didn't have a chance to say goodbye, so I'm not sure if there was anything else. But there was nothing else in the 2 rooms, so I assume that this is everything. So for a start, these amplifiers are awesome. Marshall. Really nice. And this Roland. But the best out of the 3, well, the other thing's not an amplifier, it's a mixer. Oh, this weighs 50 pounds. Wow. I'll bring it in. But, you know, there's no reason why these would be damaged or anything like that. So, I'm pretty tired. I've still got a big job ahead unloading the van. Wow, it's the heaviest one I've ever gotten. Okay, so the Samsung TM500 stereo mixer. It just looks like a good one. It just, you know, I've had the other brand of mixers that I've picked up off the street, and I sold them. But this is like 3 times as heavy. I'm going to look this up, the TM500. So a few good, really good scores, and I like this Roland amplifier. Just looks pretty neat. Cube. Okay, so hopefully it's in working condition, because it's just it's in really nice, you know, nice condition for what it is. It's not damaged or anything, and all the buttons are there, all the knobs. So I don't really know how to test them out, apart from just turning on the power and seeing if any lights come on. But the Cube 20GX, so I mean, it's not really heavy, nothing like the mixer, but it still might be handy for someone. Still might get some value out of it. Certainly not going to be scrapping them. And this is just a Marshall. I like the brand and I like the look of it. You know me, I'm tempted to keep something like this just for decoration rather than anything else. I don't think it's a really expensive model, this MG Series 30 DFX. There doesn't seem to be much to it. Okay, so you got a nice speaker here. It's corded. So the main amp or whatever it is just the top part there. So it might be handy for someone with a guitar, something like that. But I just love the Marshall logo. It just looks really cool and just reminds me of, you know, the 70s rock and roll bands. Even Roland is a good brand, but this Samsung TM500 mixer, I reckon this mixer, I'm pretty sure someone will want that. So there, 3 good bits. And now for the hard work. And I think I got like 6 keyboards. Sort of, couple of them looked okay. A few of them are really light and cheap. Casio. And I got quite a few of these nice all-in-one iMacs. Really heavy buggers. I've already got quite a lot in my own collection. I kept about 20 of them. So all I'll do with these, I'll pick out a couple of the really good ones, no scratches and stuff. Teamboard speakers. Yeah, don't know about the speakers, but they got USB ports and stuff. Over 100 laptops. Yeah, I think most of the keyboards are Casio. That one just looks like a cheap one, 100 Rhythmics. But this one here is WK1600. That looks like a big one. So I'll better get started, and I'll just start emptying out here and see if I can get it done in the afternoon. Well, I've emptied out most of the stuff. Still got a few printers and a couple of little PCs and stuff in the van. Here's I filled up this tub of all these monitors, a little bit more than I expected. There's probably almost 50 monitors here. I've packed them in really nice and tight into this tub. I'm just going to take them like that to my buyer and just get rid of them as they are. And so yeah, it turned out to be quite a big pickup actually. Got a few routers, Netgears, some smaller ones. My chicken's pretty impressed. Here they all come. They're outside helping me unload the van. Got a, you know, obviously the few boxes of cables, keyboards. Got some Apple keyboards and mice, which are pretty good. Be able to put the good ones towards my collection. Yeah, just standard whole heap of cable. This box is interesting. And I've got to go through all these cables because there's a lot of power supply units for laptops and stuff. So in this box here, it's well, we've got some modems. And got some cell phones. Another modem. Samsung. Looks like Sony Xperia. Oh, here's one of the iPods. Not iPhone, iPod. So it's just music, as people have made me aware. 64 gigabyte. I think someone was telling me, a guy that buys stuff off me, these white iPods are pretty sought after, and the white iPhones, I think, yeah. So this one's got a broken screen, but it's an iPhone 1586. I'm not sure what kind of iPhone it is. There's another iPod. This kind of looks like an iPod, or yeah, with a case. Yeah. Although it looks like it's a bit thicker, this one. Oh no, this one's an iPhone. So it might be the white iPhones that people want, but this one's got a broken screen. But he actually pays good money for white iPhones for some reason. Like really good money, even if they're broken, got a broken glass. These sell for good money, so I'll put it back in the case. An old Nokia. That's a strange colour. Samsung. There we go, an iPhone. Yeah, I don't know how to tell. Model A1332. Not sure how to tell what kind of iPhone it is. Samsung's, LG. So it's mainly, there's another iPhone. It's mainly the iPhones that my buyer likes to buy. There's a nice little Nokia with a QWERTY keypad. E72. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting carried away. I'm just sort of started on the phones. I just wanted to get out the Apples. There's an iPhone. That's a nice one. I don't know. Just wanted to get out the Apples so I can keep them separate. The rest I don't have any luck in selling. Okay, so there you go. 6 different Apple phones and iPods. 2 iPods, 4 phones. So that's okay. Awesome. Good stuff, this. Alright, so that's all. Cell phones, cables. I'm still impressed with this Samsung TM500 mixer. I haven't had a chance to look it up yet, but it's really heavy. It's got to be a good one. Let us know if anyone knows about mixers. That's the model number there. Let us know what you reckon. But it looks like, you know, it's just too heavy to be a cheap one. Okay, so the laptops. Wow, what a collection of laptops. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, mostly 5 different brands, models. Really exciting, actually. Don't forget the 2 nice Roland and Marshall amps. Got some good speakers that I think I'm going to keep. These are like school broadcasting speakers, so they really send out the sound. So I'll just keep them for my farm property. I got 4 of these Casio keyboards. 2 of them are good ones. Nice and heavy, better models. 2 of them are just very light, the entry-level cheap ones. So I'll just take these to my buyer and I'll just give them to him. He can recycle them because I can't do anything with them. The boards are really basic, and it's just a whole heap of plastic. So I'll look up these ones, see if I can pass these on, repurpose them. But these ones I know for sure are no one really wants because they're just the cheap ones. So I'll send these straight to recycling and get them recycled. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once, or 3 things at once. I'm also trying to have a little bit of dinner, so I've made myself some nice grilled chicken, chicken thighs and lettuce. With mayonnaise and McDonald's Big Mac sauce. Awesome. It's like a chicken burger Big Mac. So these Cisco aero nets, we're familiar with the old style. They're very heavy cast aluminium. They got 2 slot cards and really good circuit boards in there, good for gold recovery. So I got 10 of these, which I'm very used to. Get them at most schools, but these ones here are a new one for me. They're a flat version. They're still cast aluminium. At first when I saw them I thought, oh, these are just plastic, but no, they're still cast aluminium. And yeah, Airlap 1262N K9. So I'm really interested to see what kind of board there is in here. I don't think it's going to be as good as these ones, but I've got about over 20 of them here, so that's a good introduction to this style of Cisco. And yeah, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but I assume that this is going to be the next phase of Cisco aero nets coming through. Since most of the schools have gotten rid of this one, maybe they've swapped it for that one there. What do you reckon, Chook? There you go. Yeah. So, hang on, I'll just have a bite. The laptops I'm really happy with. I got 101 laptops from this one school. So there were only a couple of PCs. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, there were only like 2 PCs in the whole pickup, but I did get 6 iMacs. So as you know, they're the all-in-ones. I might pick out a couple more and put them in my collection, but I've already got a whole stack of them, so I probably don't need any more. Finally get to the exciting part, and for a primary school, 100 laptops is about the biggest you'll get from a primary school anyway, here in Australia anyway. This school had 800 students, so you know, to get 100 laptops in one go, it's pretty good. But because I got like 50 monitors, there must have been 50 PCs somewhere, so I'm not sure what's happened to them. Maybe they've passed them on to another school. That's what some of the schools do. Instead of sending them straight to recycling, they send them to a school that that might need them, and then it's not until that school is finished with them, and that's when you get them. But here's the laptops, 101 laptops. Start off basic, HP minis, only got 3 of them, Windows 7, Intel Atom. Still not bad. Nice little aluminium casing, so quite a nice little PC. This one here I really like. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad. It's just a really nice modern one, flat, and it's in beautiful condition. It's Mickey Mouse condition. I don't even think anyone really even used this. It's just in pristine. There's no dust anywhere in the keyboard, so I don't think anyone even used this. It's the T440. So Windows 8. So I think this is a good one. I've got just one Apple MacBook. Still happy with it. Just add another one to my collection. I just like how heavy they are. They're just, and this is actually a nice little Acer here. It's an i3. It's in pretty good condition. It's got something rattling inside, so maybe they took out the hard drive. You know, but it's got a good graphics card in it, and yeah, with the i3, that might be okay. I might test that one out. The best ones that I got is the ones that I got most of. 36, 38, 40, 46 HPs, right? That's these 4 stacks here, 46 of them. Really happy with these ones. Check this out. Even got the password still written in there, but really beautiful keyboards, really good screens, no scratches. I just love how clean these keyboards are. This school is obviously a nice clean school. Sometimes you get them, they're so dirty, but it's got the Windows 7 Core i5 CPU inside. Well, HP 650. Can't ask for much more than that. i5 laptops. I've got a couple of people that have been asking me for an i5 laptop to get them back online and stuff, so I'm going to pass on a couple to some friends that I've promised HP or a i5 laptop, and yeah, the rest are, you know, well, there's so many options, you know. I've either can sell them to my buyer, or go through each one, recondition them, maybe even extend the RAM, and you know, certainly this sort of stuff. Like, I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, why don't you, you know, resell that?" Or you know, I know what to sell and what not to sell. What's a waste of time? You know, usually, you know, I'm not an expert on computers, but I've been recycling PCs and laptops for 5 years now, so you know, I do have some experience in what sells. And you know, at the moment, anything with i5 is a good one. Obviously i7 is the best. No worries about selling i7 laptops, but even i5s, people just want a good, cheap, you know, I don't sell these to make big money. The idea of me selling them is, I'm a recycler. I sell them to put them back on the market and just to help people out that don't have enough money to buy a new computer. You know, so rather than completely destroying these computers and sending them off to recycling, you know, they've still got 3 or 4 years left in them. The other ones, I got about 16 of these Aces, and these have got Windows 8, and they're a really nice thin notepad, and again, you know, a little bit dirty, obviously, you know, from a school, kids are sneezing and coughing all over them, but the keyboards are in great condition, and it's an aluminium, it's an Aspire V, beautiful little thing. So I'm not sure, it's the V5 series ZQY, so I'm not sure on the actual CPU, but I don't think, you know, it might be i3, but I don't think so. Manufactured in 2013, so 5 years old. It might have an i3 in there. I'm not sure, but these are really super thin and just awesome. If I can get these going, these will be really good. These other ones here, I got 10 of these Aces as well. Now these are the TravelMate 6594 series, LO1. So they're running Windows 7. I'm not sure on the kind of CPU that's in them, but again, keyboard's perfect, good clean, you know, polish her up, see how the screen goes. But again, I got 10 of them, so they're awesome as well. And then I got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 of these as well. These are similar to this Acer, but a little bit older version. So they've just got the Windows Vista, and they've got a Core 2 Duo CPU in there. So yeah, the Extensor 5630 Intel Core 2 Duo. So it's still about 160 gigabyte hard drives, 2 gig of RAM. So it's still not bad. If these work, you know, these are real entry. These are the sort of things that if they work, I'd give these away to people that need a computer. I wouldn't sell them simply because they only got a Core 2 Duo. But again, I've got a buyer that buys a lot of my laptops, so he'd probably be interested in me there as well. And a little smaller version of almost the same thing, Extensor 4230s. Still, these have got Celeron, running Windows Vista. They're okay. Don't know if my buyer will buy these, a little bit older. But that's it, guys. Yeah, wow, what a cool pickup for the day. I had to unload as quick as I can because I've got a few things to do for the rest of the day, and then I've got another pickup to do tomorrow morning, and a few pickups to do Monday morning. So yeah, I'm certainly bringing in a lot of stock, but these ones here, can't get over how many. What did I get? 46 of them. So 46 i5 HP 650s. Really nice. Yeah, it's got the Windows Vista, the Windows 7 Home Premium Edition. So yeah, really good. Okay, all got. Well, I think there's a couple that have got missing batteries, but we'll go through them and get all the good ones. And yeah, just now I just got to go through all these cables and stuff and power supply units in there and take out as many of them HP ones as I can get. And I certainly want these ones too, so I'm hoping that these power supply units are in here, because these are really super awesome. I love the aluminium top here. Yeah, plastic underneath, aluminium on top. Yeah, these are really nice, really light, and really good for traveling. Like if you're you know, when you're traveling, you know, weight is always an issue. So awesome. All right, guys, well, that was my school pickup for the day. Got a lot of stuff to scrap out, a lot of things to do, so I better get to it. Hope that was a bit of fun for you. Look out for some street scrapping videos coming up. Maybe a few more pickups through next week. We'll see how we go. Catch you next time.